Welcome to episode 188 of the Lone Hockey Podcast, where today we're going to be talking about some standouts in last night's matchup between Edmonton and Chicago. And obviously, really good matchup, really intriguing matchup. And it looked like Chicago was going to run away with this one early on and throughout the mid parts of the game. But obviously, Edmonton was able to make a comeback and make a really good comeback throughout this game. So we'll start with some standouts on Edmonton's side. And Leon Draisaitl, of course, 2 assists. He was really noticeable. I felt like the flashiness is always there from his game. It's so interesting when you watch Draisaitl because every time I watch him on the power play, he doesn't need to move anywhere. And he just always seems to get the puck. He always seems to find teammates who will give him the puck in any single situation in the O zone. So he's always in situations where he can be able to create space for himself and also be able to be in space. And he's always doing a really good job when it comes to 5-on-5 and power play situations at being able to create and manage space. So he was really effective. I thought Vasily Podkolzin, one of his better games I've seen from him in an Edmonton uniform this season. 2 points, a goal and an assist, and obviously has some prior experience playing in Chicago when he was playing with Vancouver in the West. And so with Podkolzin, he's a guy that stands out in terms of checking ability, his ability to create havoc on the forecheck, how active he is as a two-way player, and how he can be more of a checking north-south type player. Not really a skilled or flashy east-west type winger, where he was sort of drafted to be more of a east-west playmaking style player, in especially him being a top 10 pick. But obviously, it hasn't really turned out thus far. The offense hasn't necessarily turned out thus far. And he's been more of a north-south checking style forward who can play more of a bottom six style role. I feel like that's where what we're really going to see him evolve at as his career goes on is being able to be more of that bottom nine style checker who can provide some offense when need be, but not necessarily all the time. So he was really good through this game. Victor Arvidsson, I always seem to notice him anytime he's playing against the Hawks. He's always super noticeable against them when he was playing with Nashville and then in LA. And he's a guy who brings that speed, again, some similar ability in terms of north-south play and how he can incorporate movement there and also the ability to change gears, be an east-west playmaking threat, and just be able to incorporate some east-west play when necessary. So he was really noticeable. And then I really liked Evan Bouchard's game with an assist and 4 shots for his game. And he was really noticeable in the O zone. He was really noticeable in the neutral zone, being able to create passes, create stretch plays, and being involved in the offense in transition. So he was flashy. He was noticeable. I really liked some guys like Corey Perry had a really good game. Kasperi Kapanen and Adam Henrique, all similar style in some ways. And then Zach Hyman was really good once again with a goal and always around the net, always active on the power play, always active around the crease, and always looking to create those second chances. And then on Chicago's side, Nick Foligno with 2 points, a goal and an assist, and 4 shots, and he was really noticeable. I loved his play around the crease, his tenacity, his ability to get second rebound opportunities, his ability to get second chances and be able to create there. And he was really noticeable at being able to create offense from many different angles, many different scenarios in the O zone. So he was flashy, he was noticeable, he was really a consistent all-around threat as both an offensive player and a defensive player. I noticed his shutdown ability really stand out as well. So he's really noticeable there. Teuvo Teravainen with 2 points as well. He has played much better as of late. I feel like to start his 2025 has been really good. He's been really flashy. He's been creating a lot of offense. He's been, especially as of late, he's been generating more multi-point games, I would say, in terms of how he's active both as a goal scorer and also a playmaker. And then you look at his shooting ability and his passing ability, really simultaneous, and how he's able to create offense there. So he was really noticeable. I really like Taylor Hall against his former team. The routes, the breakout routes, the ability to swing low, swing under, and be able to be active on breakout situations was really noticeable from him. And then his roots in the neutral zone and linking that to the ozone, those were really noticeable as well. I felt like his ozone patterning wasn't not quite as consistent, but I was really intrigued with how he was breaking pucks out and timing his routes off the puck to be able to create puck support as well. And Ryan Donato with a goal in this game, once again, I would say right now, arguably the Hawks' biggest trade asset in terms of who they could move at the deadline. And he's on pace for arguably his best career season yet. He's got a really good shot. I feel like this is the season. If you were to trade Donato, you trade him now because you can get a lot of value out of him and potentially get some more future assets out of him as well. And again, I don't envision him being a guy who will consistently put up these type of numbers, but I believe he's got around or over 20 goals, somewhere around that mark. I'm not totally sure, but he's just been really good as a scorer, really good as a volume creator in the ozone, and really noticeable as a flashy puck carrier as well. And then I like Tyler Perduzzi's game and his physical play, tenacity, and how he's active in the neutral zone, how he's active at transitioning pucks with speed, how noticeable he was at being able to initiate contact, initiate space, move into space with the puck. Like a lot of different situations he was able to create on his own, and he did a great job of being able to do that single-handedly for a majority of this game as well.